my 7th grade game design and digital storytelling class. And this morning we're doing an activity around social emotional learning, or really emotions and games, okay? So, question, anybody ever feel like when they're playing a game it evokes some sort of emotion in you, be it good, bad, or indifferent? Yeah, what kind of emotions have you experienced through games? If I can't get to the level, I get mad.
I get, what's the word? I won't say anxious or something like that. If I don't, like, there's this level in the room we're doing that you can explore the entire area. So instead of completing the level, I explore it and that, I get anxious, like, if it's exploring the level.
But anxious like you were wondering where you had to go and feeling like I gotta find something, or
I have a feeling I want to explore the entire map.
So that's actually kind of a positive feeling, right? Like this adventurous feeling. I like that. Yeah. Good. Yes?
It's very stressful.
Ha! Stressful. Sometimes that is an emotion. Now, do you think that emotion is intended by the game designer necessarily?
Yes.
Sometimes, maybe. I often think of it like there's a big difference between, in my mind, especially when you make games, there's the word challenge and the word frustrating are two very similar and very different words, okay? Which word do you think I would want a player to feel if they're playing a game that I made? Challenged. What often happens when they feel frustrated?
They probably won't want to play the game again.
They might not want to play the game again. Anybody know the gamer term for never wanting to play a game again? Rage quit, right? Big difference, though. I always think of it like challenge good, frustration bad, sort of, right? However, it's a fine line sometimes. Like there's a positive feeling of frustration when you're challenged, right? But if we think of it like we're challenged, that's probably better. That angry feeling we were talking about before is probably a little beyond that comfortable challenge, right? Challenge talks to something we call the ramp of difficulty in games, which we want to increasingly challenge people, right? So that's something you're going to learn in here when we talk about our own games. Like, if you create a level where you want it to start out kind of easy, build the player's confidence, and then as the challenge increases, they're kind of willing to go there with you, right? What are some other feelings you might have had in games that you've played? What about, yeah? A sense of accomplishment, maybe even joy, right? Maybe you feel ecstatic, okay? There are a lot of different, anybody ever play a game that they felt sad? But not that that's a bad thing, but maybe that's what the designer wanted you to feel for some reason? No? There are a bunch of games out there that might evoke those kinds of emotions intentionally. Or how about scared, because it's a horror game? Okay, again, you might be happy to be with the developer feeling scared, but it still might not be the emotion I mean, it's a tough emotion to have, but with intention, it might be the right emotion, right? So anyway, we're going to do an activity called Games and Emotions. And let's see, I didn't want to say that. I want to say this. Okay, there are going to be 4 different games that we're going to play, and we're going to break up. I'll explain how. But I just want to go through these real quick. And I'm not going to tell you much about the games right now, because you're going to play them and see what kind of emotion they evoke. So one of them is called Elude. So some of you in a few minutes are going to play this game, Elude, okay? Some of you are going to play Happy Salmon. Has anybody ever played Happy Salmon before?
Is it similar to, the little bag, like an apple bag, like an apple shaped bag full of little bees and stuff?
No.
Okay.
It is in a bag. That's the similarity, I guess. What's in the bag are cards, and the gameplay is probably very different. Okay, but we're going to play it, and that's a super fun game, perhaps. Maybe it's a horrible game. Prism is another one. And then anybody ever played Connect 4 before? I'm sure you have. That's another one, okay? So we're going to break up into groups. I'll explain how. We're going to play each of these games. Each of you will probably play 2 or 3 of them. And then there's a guiding questions document that really is looking at what emotions come up, why you feel this way, and the document has each of the games in it, so you're going to fill out the right sheet for the games that you do. We're going to use this as just a conversation starter for saying, hey, what emotions did you feel? Why, do you think that was intended? And then we're going to look into the game design as well, because this is a game design class, And ultimately, the reason we're doing this is when you create your own games in here, you're going to want to have a little bit of a context for each of your levels. Like, what are you trying to get the player to feel? Do you want them to feel extreme, joy? Do you want them to feel wonder? Do you want them to feel... So you're going to think of that, and that's going to be in the back of your mind or the front of your mind as you actually develop the levels, okay? So here's how we're going to do this. There are 4 different games. Well, there are actually 2 of the Happy Salmon, and Happy Salmon is a game for 6 people, okay? So I'm going to start by counting Wait, I'll do it this way. Let's see. There are 4 different games. Let's see if this will work. We'll try it this way. I'm going to count from 1. No, it's not going to work because there's 5 if we count Happy Salmon twice. No, we're not going to do Connect 4 right now, okay? We're going to get to that as an extra one later. So we're going to pretend there are 4 games. 2 of them are going to be Happy Salmon. Ready? So I'm going to count off 1 to 4, and that's going to base us on what we're going to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. But just remember your number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, ready? Now, all right, the ones, go to the back area back there and just move the cushions and stuff out of the way because you're going to be playing standing in a circle. Okay? The 2s, do the same thing but over here. Okay? And then the 3s are going to play Elude, and the 4s are going to play Prism. You got that? Get to it. Now, actually, you're the 2s, right? Come to the back for a second so I can teach this group how to play first. 1, 2, 3. Did you get your number when you're supposed to play? You all start. Go ahead. Just start. If you're on a computer game, just start. Now, these are my Happy Salmon. Okay? So, you guys just play online. I'm not telling you how to play. You're just figure that out.
Coming out of the computer. Brayden.
What?
Okay.
Brayden.
So
Comes out of the
actually,
computer. Robbie was wrong.
all right. So Happy Salmon.
The
Ready?
sound comes out of the computer.
Group 1.
Walk them on
Take
and
this deck of cards. Shuffle them. Take this deck of cards. Shuffle them. Take this deck of cards. Shuffle them. Take this deck of cards. Shuffle them. And you both are number 1. You take this deck and shuffle them. I'm going to play it for yours just to teach it for a second. Okay? So now, ready? We are shuffling our decks. Now, Happy Salmon. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you your cards for a minute. I'm going to teach you to come up there so people can hear what you're doing. Okay? So, and actually, so just look up here for a minute. The reason I don't have you here is I don't want kids in the camera for when it's streaming. But here's how this game works. Ready? So you all have a deck of cards, right? Numbers 1, team, everybody in team 1 or group 1. Okay, now, ready? And you do this while I explain it. Okay, you're shuffling them. Now you're gonna hold them so that they're, so you don't see them first, right? Got it? Then when I say 3, what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip them over this way so they're all showing, but only we see the first card. And then each one that we do, we're going to then see the next card, right? Got it? So here's how it works. do you see what card I have? Anybody have good eyesight? I have the high 5 card, right? Anybody know how to give a high 5? How? All right. So show your cards right now, like hold them up. Now, what you want to do is you want to find a match with another person in the circle, so it's the people playing, but you have to do this by communicating, right? So you might say, high five, high five, high five. And then when you and the other person connect that you both have a high five, you high five, you drop your card on the floor, and then you go to your next one. Got it? Now, Happy Salmon. Anybody know what that means? I'm going to ask Mrs. McNally to help me here for a second. Ready? Okay, Miss McNally. So, see this part of my arm?
Yes.
When they get Happy Salmon, ready? We're going to slap each other on that part of the arm. So, put your hand out. 1, 2, 3. No, come on like a salmon. 2, 3. Come on like a salmon. Okay, you got that? You see that? 1, 2, 3. Like a salmon, right? Is that how salmons flap?
Yep.
So that's happy salmon. So if you have happy salmon, you're going to find somebody, do that, and get rid of your card. You can't do it with more than one person in the group at a time, so you're hoping, you're finding one other person to connect with, and then if somebody else is standing there like, I don't have a partner, they can wait until they find somebody, or you can always put your top card at the bottom. You're still going to have to play it, but you can put it there for now. Pound it. Anybody know what that one's going to do? Yep, like a fist pump. And then this is a fun one, switcheroo. You know what that one's going to do? What's that? Not switch cards, switch places. So like if you and you have switcheroo, you run through the circle and switch places, drop your card, and keep going. Who do you think the winner is? The person who has no more cards at the end. Okay, you got it? All right, so you 6 play, and then the other team come up here, and I'll give you your cards. Group 2, you ready? Come on, group 2. Okay, shuffle. 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 Then you only have 5 in your group. 1, 2, 3. Here you go. And shuffle. Okay, you gotta be in a circle. Be in a circle. You're not. Yep. Now, did you get those very difficult directions? Okay, you ready? All right. Shuffle them, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, right? All right, you ready? 2. Now throw it down. Yep. All right. No, you're supposed to hold the cards like this.
Happy salmon.
Okay. Now you have happy salmon. Now you're gonna try to find somebody with happy salmon.
Pound it. Pound it.
Happy salmon. Happy salmon. No, you have to do the happy salmon, TJ.
Pound it.
There you go. They got it. Yes.
High five. High five.
Happy salmon.
Switcheroo.
High five.
Happy salmon.
High five.
Happy salmon.
Switcheroo.
Happy salmon.
Happy salmon.
Happy salmon.
Switcheroo.
Happy salmon.
Happy salmon.
Happy
Happy
switcheroo.
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 Pound it. Happy salmon.
Switcheroo.
High five.
Pound it. Pound it. Salmon.
High five.
High five.
High five.
Done.
Happy salmon.
Pound it. Pound it.
Happy
Pound
salmon.
it. Pound it.
Pound it. Pound it. Happy salmon. Pound it.
Happy salmon.
Happy
Pound
salmon.
it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound it.
High
High
five.
five.
Switcheroo.
High five.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Did it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You did first. You did second. You did third. I got the same half cards. Okay. Well, so started. So now it's well.
Hello, people.
Supposed to get an even amount of cards.
I'll pick out blue. I'll pick up blue. Okay.
I'll pick up one.
All right, so who won? Okay, now you're sorting them again. Perfect, and then you're going to play again. We'll play 2 games, okay? What do you think so far of Prism?
Happy salmon.
Happy salmon. Happy salmon.
Pound it. Happy
Happy
salmon.
salmon.
Pound it.
You're supposed to play yet.
Happy
Pound
salmon.
it.
Switcheroo.
Pound it.
Switcheroo. High five. High five. Happy salmon. High five. Pound it.
Happy salmon.
Switcheroo. High five.
Switcheroo.
Pound it. High five. Happy salmon. High five.
Switcheroo.
High five.
Happy salmon. High five. Switcheroo. High five. I have a switch. Oh, we switched. High five.
Pound it. Pound it. High five.
Pound it.
Pound it.
Happy Salmon.
Pound it.
Pound it.
High five. High five.
I'm Salmon. Pound it.
Switcheroo. Switcheroo.
Happy Salmon.
Switcheroo. 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 High five.
Wait, did somebody win? You play until last place?
High five. Yeah, I'm not high five.
All right. Okay, cool. So now pick them up again, and then we're gonna send you back to your seats, and you're gonna do elude next, okay? Or actually, before that though, you're gonna fill out the worksheet part for Happy Salmon, okay? So go to Google Classroom and fill out the worksheet.
Do we have to put it in like the same color? Or
Yeah, I want them in the same color.
like
No, that's not the right color though. Look.
You want them in different colors, like order?
Yeah, I want them together. These are correct? Okay, good. Now you're going both to elude, I said, right? Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Is this a board game?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Don't go to elude yet. Go to Google Classroom and first do the page on the worksheet for Happy Salmon. And then you're going to go to the next game. Nope, go back. No, not that. Go back to Google Classroom. Go to Google Classroom. Yeah, go to the worksheet thing. This thing. So you're just answering a couple quick questions first about Happy Salmon. Yeah. You have to make a copy of the document before you can write on it. Before you can write on it, you have to make a copy. So tonight, can you pick up there already? Perfect. Now you guys go to prison. But before that, do the worksheet thing just for Happy Salmon, right?
I'm doing prison now. Yeah, I know that. I did a worksheet then.
How do we do the work?
What time do we end today? Hold on 1 second. Yeah. You have to make a copy. Before you can write on it, you have to make a copy, and then that's what you're going to submit to me in Google Classroom as well. Okay? Now, all of the people playing Prism or Elude, go ahead to Google Classroom and go to the sheet about talking about which emotions you felt. You have to make a copy of it first, and then fill it and create it, and then you're going to share that with me later or submit it. And when you work on it after that, you're all going to go to Happy Salmon. The 3s will go in the back, the 4s will go in the front.
Wait, Mr. Isaac?
Yeah.
For this one, I made a copy of this.
Yep.
Oh, it's down.
You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after the Elude and Prism people finish, they could come up and do the play Happy Salmon. 3s in the back, 4s in the front. Make a copy, file, make a copy,
Mr. Isaac.
make a copy. We call it guiding questions like PJ. Yeah.
What's your
Well, you know, I don't want to do it that way. I think what I'd rather you do is in your Google Classroom. You should be able to do this over here. And you should be able to oh, here you go. You go to add the Google Drive slide, and add that here. Is this the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you add that, and now let me add.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh.
Okay. This one you wrote on?
Yeah, that's
See that? And then don't submit, you know what's funny? You just feel bad because you're gonna want to do it for the other games, but well, so you're in the wrong. This was for Happy Saturday, right? So write Happy Saturday instead. Okay. Then group number 1 is gonna go to. I said what? You were group number 1 or 2? Wait. 3. So you already. Which one did you just write about? Okay. So you go to the back. 3s go to the back. Yeah. This was for elude. Where did you write the answers? Under Happy Salmon? Good, perfect. Okay, good. Now, eventually you're going to turn this in, but don't worry about it yet because you're going to do it for one more game. What number are you? So you're going to go to, I think I said, elude, okay? Or maybe it was prism. I think, which group was supposed to go to elude and which was prism? One was prism, 2 was elude, perfect, okay? But what number are you? Okay, so you're going to be here. The other 4s, when you're ready, come on up here. You're a 3.
Yeah.
Go ahead to the back. Yeah. Are you at, what number are you? So you're supposed to go to prism then, under that first page.
Okay, so now you have to answer these questions.
Yep. So what number were you?
I was number 3.
So you're gonna be you're gonna be up there playing the next game, Happy Salmon. What number were you? You're here.
What? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? That's exactly what he just asked. I don't know.
Right. How many of you? 3 are here so far? Do you know how to play? Okay. Pick. So here we'll play.
Oh, here's the 4? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now here's how it goes. Ready? No. So shuffle them. Shuffle them. Okay. Then what you do is I'm gonna count to 3. You're gonna flip them over. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now you're always gonna play your top card that you see, and then if you get rid of it, you're going to drop it. If not, you can wait till you can get rid of it, or you can always bring it to the bottom. You're still going to have to play it later, but if you want to do that, you can. Now, there are 4 different things on here that you could have to do. Happy Salmon. Hey, number, do you guys know how to play or no? No, why don't you come up here so you could learn real quick what we're doing. Okay? Okay, so this team, you're the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what number are you guys? Is there one more 4 somewhere? Is there another player number 4 that's still filling out the sheet or something? No? Raise your hand if you're number 4. If you weren't, come on. Butt up. Okay, now. All right, ready? So here, go like that. So now, the way it works is, if I get a Happy Salmon, then the way you do that, you have Happy Salmon. You're trying to find a connection with somebody else that has it. But if more than one person has it, whoever you connect with first is the one you're going to do this for, right? So I'm going to go Happy Salmon, and you say Happy Salmon. So we go like this, ready? It goes like this, actually. 1, 2, 3. That's the symbol for Happy Salmon. Ready again? 1, 2, 3. Because you ever see how salmons like flap around? Okay, so if you do that, it's Happy Salmon, then you drop your card. Next, high 5. Who has high 5? Oh, high 5. We're going to keep going. High 5. Then we drop it. Okay, Happy Salmon. Who has Happy Salmon? And you're all supposed to yell this also to try to find a match. Oh, Happy Salmon. But not just with me. I'm going to win because I'm going to keep finding matches. So let's hear everybody else yelling.
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo. So switch. Oh, you go ahead. Switcheroo means you actually switch places and drop your card. Switcheroo. All right. So switcheroo. You're going to have to be a little louder than you are.
Pound it.
Pound it.
Switcheroo.
Pound it.
Happy Salmon.
Switcheroo.
High
Yeah.
five.
Come on.
Happy Salmon.
Pound it. Pound
Pound
it.
it. Pound it.
High five.
Pound it.
Pound it.
Switcheroo.
Pound it.
Switcheroo.
High five.
Hey, you get it?
High five.
Switcheroo.
Pound it.
High five.
Switcheroo.
Yeah.
High 5.
Happy Salmon.
High five.
Switcheroo.
High five.
High five.
Switcheroo.
Happy salmon.
Switcheroo.
Remember how to do it? You
Happy salmon. Happy salmon.
Switcheroo.
count it. Oh boy, switcheroo.
Switcheroo.
Oh no, you did it with each other. Switcheroo.
Happy salmon. Happy
Switcheroo.
salmon. Happy
All right, I
salmon.
win. Oh, we tied. All right, that's cool. So we tied. Pick up all the cards, put them back by color. You all go back and play. Okay, that's how you do it. We're gonna play probably 2 quick rounds before the bell rings, and then you're gonna write about this one, and then we're gonna talk about it all tomorrow. All right. We're going to end the stream for now, but thank you for watching.